Apparently, I've lived anything but a normal life. And that is according to my friends. My stories of dating, sex, and life in general tend to make them laugh, and for years, they've told me I needed to share them with the world. So I decided that in the middle of a pandemic, it was a great time to start a podcast about the things that, well, entertain me. So grab a cocktail with us and welcome to the hot mess that is my life as an almost 40-year-old single makeup artist living in a college town in Florida. This is Kara's Lipstick Diary. Well, we're back with another episode of Kara's Lipstick Diary, and I am very excited for my guest this week, or this time, whatever. I don't know when we're watching this. But anyways, I'm super excited for my friend Betsy to be on. She is absolutely amazing. I have known her for close to 15 years, which is really scary. Mm-hmm. We knew each other originally working in the world of theater, and then she moved to New York and became a personal trainer, in New York City at a major gym. And she's back now in Florida and has started her own business as a virtual personal trainer. And it's amazing. And so I wanted her to come on the show and we wanted to talk about sort of fitness and body image. She's known me when I was a size 0 and she's known me now. I'm clearly not a size 0 anymore. And talk about all the different sort of aspects of that and, how society sees us and what it's all about. So if anyone was going to talk about it, I figured Betsy would be a great person to have on to talk about it. So welcome, Betsy. Thank you for being on my show.
Thank you for having me.
Well, I always start out with making a cocktail. The only thing is she's a little bit preggers right now. So she's, going to have my second faux niece soon. So she can't have a cocktail. We promise this is water, but I put pink sparkles in it and it turned the water pink. So she has really fancy water. But I'm going to make my cocktail. And, well, I really don't know what I'm doing. And I just bought a bottle of gin because I thought the package was pretty. And then I decided I would make a gin fizz. I don't really know what a gin fizz is, but that's what I'm making. And it has orange liqueur or something in it. Ooh. And club soda. And I put orange slices in it. And this really pretty pink gin. Because really I bought it because it was pink. I didn't know gin came in pink. It just seemed really exciting. So that is what we're drinking on today's show. Or if you're pregnant, water. Really fancy pink sparkly water. Ooh. Are you excited about your pink sparkly water? Does it scare you that it's pink and sparkly?
No, I wouldn't have it any other way.
You are on my show and you do know me quite well. So, what made you decide to switch from the world of acting and entertainment and all of that fun stuff to go into fitness?
Yeah, that's a good question. So, and kind of a funny story. I've I danced growing up.
Right.
And so movement was sort of a natural fit for me.
Right.
But I was kind of in theater through middle school, high school, and it was coming time to, pick a program for college, and I was having this moment, and I was like, Mom, maybe I'll go into athletic training. And she was like,
what?
That sounds ridiculous. And I just always think about that moment because it was
because now that's what you're doing.
There was something there, strength and conditioning was something that maybe was kind of always under the surface or something.
Well, in entertainment, there's such a pressure to be a certain size.
Sure.
That was for me as when I was, pounding the pavement, trying to be an actress, modeling, being on Home Shopping Network. It was be a size 0. You are a size 0. You have to be a size 0. And I know that I took great pride in being the skinniest girl. Mm-hmm. Now, was I healthy? No, I was anything but healthy. I was doing things like sticking my finger down my throat and starving myself. Not a great way to go about it. Right. But we put so much, pressure when you're in that field. I'm assuming you felt the same pressure as a dancer.
Certainly.
And all of that. And so much worth was put on it. And I was like, I never went about it in a fitness way. It was never a healthy thing. It was just a self-worth thing. And I follow a lot. I obviously follow her Insta because she's my bestie. But I love how on a lot of your posts you talk about it not from a, it's not about the way you look. It's about, being healthy, how you feel, all of that. And that's what really fitness should be more about, not about can I fit in a size 0?
Right.
So
right. There are so many benefits to like regular exercise that exist far beyond your size in terms of like overall health markers, which is really important. And then like I always say, it can be you care about how you look.
Right.
And other things.
Right.
The question with sort of caring about how we look is, are we always caring about what these standards are that are set by someone else?
Right.
And are we tying that entirely to our worth? So am I different, or can I be, worthwhile aside
beyond
from
that?
my
Yeah.
body?
Well, and I know that was like for me very, very hard initially, due to the fact that like I was that size 0, and then overnight I was not a size 0, and I felt a lot of like slap in the face of like, oh my God, I don't have any self-worth. Oh my God, I'm no longer a size 0. But as I eased into it, I actually found I was happier with myself than I ever was at a size 0.
Exactly. Because a life of not eating the things you want, skipping, events with friends, standing behind somebody in a photo, avoiding
like going into the bathroom and waiting until people leave because you're going to stick your fingers down your throat. That's a fun thing to do on a regular basis. Like that was not healthy. That was not good. That was a weird like thing that, I did. Also I'd be a size 0. And
right.
I look at myself now and I'm like, yeah, I'm sure as hell not a size 0. I mean, I'm anything but a size 0. I could lose some of the stomach. That would be great. But like, at the same time, I'm like, you know what? I'm so much happier.
Right.
And I think, that's one of the things that, I love about the way you promote health and fitness. And for me, like recently I was chatting with a dude online and I mentioned I just got in a Peloton. Yes, I bought the Peloton, the cult that is a Peloton bike.
I really want to try it.
Yeah, you need to come over and try it. It's actually quite interesting. I won't say it's fabulous. I hate working out. Like, y'all, I am not the workout type. I'm the girl who actually got banned from a gym for being a liability. I'm that girl. But I got my Peloton bike. It hasn't killed me yet. I think it might. But I was like chatting with a guy saying that I got it because I got it for just getting in better shape. Not because I want to like change the way I look. Yeah, if I lose a few pounds, cool. But like I want to be in shape. My grandmother at 95 was still going to aerobics class, and it was pole dancing aerobics class. Ooh. Thank you. Yeah, Nana was the hot shit, yo. But like, I want to be able to do that. And I'm like, I'm about to turn 40 and like, it hurts to walk.
Right.
So
exactly.
like fitness might be a little bit important.
Yeah. As women, we start losing bone density as early as 35 years old. Like,
well, that's really scary since I'm going to be 40.
Oh but you're taking the steps.
I am. Yeah. I bought the Peloton. I mean, I haven't used it 10 times yet, but I'm almost there.
Yeah.
And it hasn't killed me. I really thought it was going to kill me the other day, though. Really, really, like, you would be like, oh, honey, that's so cute. Like, it's bad.
But also, great excuse to buy, like, fun workout clothes.
Yes, and notice, athleisure wear. I'm not wearing some, like, super trendy thing. I'm wearing athleisure wear because we are talking about fitness. So I'm wearing... So I'm wearing athleisure wear. This is not the normal Kara's Lipstick Diary outfit, but it was on purpose, y'all.
Right, exactly. And athleisure has its place in
it's become quite trendy.
It really has.
And I enjoy these little crop thingies. Again, the 90s are back. Like,
I'm all about
the crop.
At this current moment, it's not necessarily
rock it with the pregnancy belly. I like
it. But I'm loving the crop.
I'm all about the crop. Like, yeah, I may not have the figure I did when I used to wear a crop top. I don't give a shit. I'm still gonna rock me some crop. I love it. And the crop gym stuff is super cute, and all the like cute little like yoga tops. I really enjoy them. I have way too many of them for someone who only believes you should sweat when you're laying out or having sex, but
See, but that has carryover too.
Right, exactly.
Gotta exercise.
So when you were, being a dancer and an actress, did you have body image issues? Did you struggle with any of that?
Oh, sure. I think, in a lot of ways when I was younger, so my size has fluctuated a lot in life in like different points in time.
I've seen you at multiple different sizes, multiple different looks. Yeah.
Sure. And I think in a lot of ways I was a little naive and could, didn't necessarily feel the pressures until I started to lose weight and noticed the like adulation that came with that and sort of the constant praise. And so no wonder people feel so attached to that, because there's this like kind of constant attention that comes with making yourself smaller.
Yeah. And I got that early on because when I was born, I didn't have baby fat. I was a long, skinny baby, and I was very skinny just naturally growing up. And so much of my self-worth was put on that because I remember in elementary school, being happy that I was the one on the seesaw that stayed up because I knew that meant I was the skinniest. And then like freaking out when I hit 40 pounds. 40 pounds as a child, like I was worried about that. And I was in like second grade. I remember being so excited because like the 3 skinniest girls in 5th grade got cast as the 3 little pigs, and like they only cast the skinniest, and I was one of them. And I'm like, wow, I was really, really young to already be so focused on my worth based on being skinny.
And look at how those memories have stuck with you.
Yeah.
You know? They
hardcore.
As a personal trainer and like a coach, you hear this a lot. Somebody comes in and they said, my goal is to be X amount of pounds. And then you say, oh, why is that the weight? Well, that's the weight I was when I was in high school.
Yeah.
That was the weight I was at my prom, at my wedding, and it's like, oh, you remember the number associated with this moment.
And that's, I remember I was between 115 and 125 pounds up until I was about 28. But now I think if I weighed that now, I would look emaciated. I would kind of look like I was dying. I don't really ever want to go back to that size, but at the same time, that's that golden number. Like that's the golden number I want to go back to. I'm 5'7". I want to go back to 115 to 125 pounds. I'm sorry. Literally, I would look like I was like dying. Because our bodies also change. Like if I weighed what I weighed in high school at 40, it would be really weird because like I didn't have hips, I didn't have broad shoulders, I didn't have boobs.
Right.
It would be very strange looking.
And it's like there's so many other things that go into what makes our body look a certain way, how it runs a certain way, than this one number that's like flashing on a scale that you buy like at the grocery store.
And I had to get rid of the scales. I don't do scales. Like you will not get me on a scale. It's do my clothing fit.
Right.
Now, okay, we are, ending a year-long pandemic. So like, no, the clothing is not fitting quite the same way. But at the same time, like we're going through major trauma and our body holds on to trauma. And at the same time, I know for me, like a lot of my muscle, like with what I do for a living, I have built up muscle that I didn't have when I was younger. That one weighs more, and 2, it's bigger. Like I'm not going to ever be that size again.
Exactly. We benefit a lot from having lean muscle mass in our body. It keeps us healthy. It protects against a lot of like health risk factors and things like that. And what I really try to hammer home to clients is you can't tell anything about anyone's health status from the way they look.
Correct.
You can't.
You really can't. Well, I'm sure like everyone thought I was super healthy when I was super skinny and had some people knew, but most people didn't know that I was running to the bathroom to stick my finger down my throat 7 times a day. Like we're lucky. Like I still have teeth from that. I shouldn't, to be honest. Every time I go to the dentist, I'm like, do I still have enamel? Please tell me I still have enamel on my teeth because I destroyed it when I was younger. And, I look at it and I go, I also destroyed so much of the rest of me. Like, I think the reason now I have digestive issues is probably because I screwed up my internal organs.
Right, exactly.
I wasn't going to the gym to stay healthy. I wasn't doing these things the way we should. And, you couldn't tell looking at me. I looked great, but I wasn't. Was not healthy. So what are some of your favorite things, about fitness and like what it brings to your life and all of that?
Yeah. So as from the professional standpoint, I get to work with a lot of different people who are all kind of, maybe not all in the same boat, but, like you said, you don't love working out.
No, I think it's miserable.
There are about 90% of the people that I see that I wouldn't say start out love working out. Do we get to that place? For a lot of people, yes. For a lot of other people, it's like they start to see the benefits, they feel good when it's done, and they're up for like hanging with me for an hour to get through it. You know, so that's like a really cool thing.
And I do notice like the afterwards, you do feel really good if I can get off the bike. Okay, so this Peloton bike, y'all, first off, you got to clamp yourself into it. Like, I'm afraid I am going to fall off this damn machine.
I actually think you should do behind the scenes
of like me trying to do this Like, I can't actually get the foot out of it, like the shoe out of it. My shoes are permanently attached to it, and I like put my feet in because I can't figure out how to work this damn machine. Like, I really need help. You might need to just come and show me what the hell I'm doing.
I don't know anything about bikes.
So I know nothing. I know absolutely nothing about this thing. I just knew I couldn't do the treadmill one because I lose feeling in my hands and feet working on a treadmill, which is weird, but I don't on a bike. But I'd clamp myself into this, and I literally think I'm going to die like attached to this bike sometimes. There are moments where I'm on it and I'm like, I'm going to die. They're going to find me attached to this fucking bike.
You need a life alert button.
Like, I do. Help! I'm at the age where I need the little life alert. Hey, I'm attached to my Peloton. Come get me off.
I consider getting it every time I'm alone. I'm like, it wouldn't hurt to have a life alert.
And I live alone. So like, there's always that fear I'm going to fall in the shower. They're not going to find me for weeks. But yeah, no, you need to come check out my little Peloton bike and tell me if I'm doing it at all properly. I do. There's this guy, Cody, on it. He's very enjoyable. I enjoy his music. Doesn't make me think I'm fully dying.
That's good.
Like,
see, that's the other thing too. Like, you got to get the right. I think you need the right music.
Yes.
You know, if you have a trainer or a coach that you like, I'm serious about the athleisure. Like, I tell people,
it's really about the clothes.
Wearing those clothes, you want to work out more.
True. And, I like anything fashion, and I'm going to buy it if it's fashion. And if you tell me I get to wear an outfit and I think of it as like a costume, I'm all about it. Like, really, the only reasons I want to go to sporting events is to wear the outfit to wear to the sporting event. I mean, my friends do laugh at me that when I go tailgating, I show up in a pair of stilettos in like a cute like jumpsuit or something with full makeup. But I'm like, yo, this is a costumed event. Like, I know you guys don't get this, but that's what this shit is.
That's my vibe.
I am tailgating in my stilettos with my lashes and my full outfit because to me, it's about the outfit, not the sporting event. So like, I think if I go about fitness the same way, it's about my outfits.
Exactly. You got to find the thing that works for you. That's also why I say like, I try not to say that there's one way to exercise, right? Because one, the best way to exercise is the one that you're going to do. So,
that is the other thing.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. I'm not very good at like the motivated thing. Like, the Peloton is literally right by my bed, and I'll just like literally look at it and be like, that's nice. I mean, I haven't turned it into a clothing rack yet, so that's a plus. But yeah, it's definitely that motivation to actually do it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They just posted, this is the way you get me to do shit. So like, I've only been doing the like 20-minute beginner Peloton rides because I'm terrified of this whole thing.
That's a good way to step in.
Right. And I'm the girl who literally, like I say, got banned from a gym for being a liability. So like, when you get banned from a gym for being a liability, you get a little paranoid. So I'm like, okay, I'm just doing these. But then they announced a ride of 90s boy bands.
Okay. Now I can get behind that.
Anyone knows me, they know I love my 90s boy bands. I've been all over the country to see the New Kids on the Block. I'm not a dork at all. Yes, I am. I have actually dragged this girl right here to a New Kids on the Block concert.
It was good.
It was good. It was with Backstreet Boys too. So it was like really good. It was like all boy band all the time. It was fantastic. So yeah, that got me to ride an actual 30-minute Peloton ride. Though I really think I literally almost died. I was like, I'm going to puke on this machine.
Last 10 minutes.
I was like, this is 50% more than I'm used to doing. Oh my God, I am dying. Oh my God, I'm literally going to die. But I did it. I survived it. It didn't fully kill me. And they just needed to keep playing the Backstreet Boys and New Kids on the Block and NSYNC, and I was good to go.
That is
it's
the dream.
Really about random shit like that will get me to work out. Like, that's what you got to do. So what other things do we need to know about all this fun stuff and body image and, all that shit?
Yeah. So you asked a little bit about sort of what the best things about this are. And I think when I think that one of the biggest advantages to regular strength training and regular exercise is the sort of power it has over our body image, because we start to see what our bodies can do and value that as part of our body image. And then in general, and this is a, again, this is a generalization, but when we talk about body image and differences between gender, when we talk about men, we're usually like encouraging men to get bigger, stronger, faster, take up more space. And then we're telling women to get smaller and
take up less space.
Pick these 2 spots that you're supposed to get real big in. But other than that, like, be as small as you can. And so I think what strength training does is show you just how much space you can take up. When you like lift a really heavy weight, that feels so good.
Yeah. Well, I have to say, so with what I do for a living, I have this makeup kit that weighs probably like 60.
It's huge.
It's huge. It's gigantic, you guys. It is a 3-tiered rolling Fat Max toolbox. I literally had to buy my car for this damn thing to fit in it. So the funniest thing to me is actually the fact that like I'll have men all the time come over and try to like help me put it in my car. And I'll sometimes let them, and I just giggle because they can't pick it up. And then I like literally like, well, bam, slam it into the car, and I'm like, ha ha, I'm stronger than you are. I love it. It makes me really happy.
Good,
it feels
right?
really good. And I don't do like strength training. I just lift a makeup kit. And I can pull it up and down the stairs. And yeah, it makes me feel really proud of myself that I am stronger than like dudes when they try to help me put this thing in my car. Like it makes me really happy, actually.
Oh, there are moments like when I'm at a gym or at a park where I can like strap on a weight belt. I currently have
there's currently a baby in the way of that.
A human weight belt, but and like knock out some pull-ups, and it is the best feeling because people are like,
say what?
Excuse me?
Yes. That is definitely,
And I did say I wanted to come on and look like super jacked today,
yeah, like,
so I'm trying to,
I like it. Like pose the arm, like jack the arm.
But that's the idea, like that when we think about our bodies, we're not just necessarily thinking about them being smaller. We're thinking about whatever we want them
to be.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, and as a woman, like you're pregnant right now. Mm-hmm. What a female's body can do is kind of epic. I'm scared of it, as I've said in other episodes. It terrifies me what a woman's body can do. But like that is talk about a weird thing where like we're literally told to be smaller, but then like you get pregnant and you do the opposite of that.
Yeah.
And that can be a mind fuck for a lot of women. As a trainer, as someone she has 1 child already. She's my faux niece. I'm obsessed with her child. Literally, I call her my faux niece because I don't have siblings, so I will never have a niece, so she's my faux niece.
She's the coolest.
She is the coolest. But, you've dealt with already having a child and how your body changed as a trainer, and now you're doing it again. What is that impact like, and with working with clients who are going through the same type thing?
Yeah, that's an interesting thing because in general, people think pregnancy body, especially like a pregnancy belly, is so cute,
right?
And it's so beautiful, and your body is doing so much. And then like 2 weeks after you have a baby, it's like, why do you still look like this kind of thing?
Yes.
Even
why haven't you lost the baby weight yet?
Exactly. Yeah. Maybe trying to care for your baby, help them sleep and feed them.
Hello, basics. They're babies. They keep you up all night. Like
exactly.
You're not going to the gym 24/7 at that point.
Right. There are so many things that are changing about who you are from a physical standpoint and who you are from an emotional, and like your entire identity is different. Yeah. And then there are these societal pressures that are telling you to change what your body looks like. So I think in general, when we're just kind of constantly doing this body image work regularly and checking in with ourselves in terms of like, how much am I valuing what I look like now? It can help inform that time in your life.
And your body's gone through some major trauma by birthing a child. Like, hello, a child has ripped out of your body. it is needing time to heal.
Thank you for the reminder of
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry. Being that that's happening soon for you. I'm really, really sorry. I love you.
No,
don't be mad at me.
It is also kind of like a wonderful thing. I mean, it's like a scary thing, and also
Yeah, once the baby's there, like that's cool.
Right, that's great. Sure.
But yeah, I mean, and I literally just had a friend who recently had a baby, and she posted, if one more person sends me a message about how I can lose my baby weight, I'm going to throttle them. And I'm like, seriously, she had a baby like 2 weeks ago, and you're private messaging her this shit?
Right.
Are you kidding me?
And that there's a whole industry built on that. And so I'll say this, I think our conversation about body image and exercise is probably on the like less frequent end.
Yes.
When you look at mainstream fitness culture, it's not having this conversation.
Right.
It's about the weight loss. It's about the fitting in a certain
Yes.
size jeans. It's about that. So we still have to wade through that. There's so much that we can get from fitness and from exercise, but there's a whole diet industry that's trying to like
It's
make
all
you
about that.
feel
Yes.
like you're worth.
Well, I mean, every time you pick up a magazine, it's, some how to lose weight, how to do this, how to do that. Oh, let's celebrate the fact that Adele has lost a lot of weight. Well, hello, like that's all we're gonna like. She's like got one of the greatest voices in the world, and all we're talking about is the fact that she lost weight. Like, who gives a shit? That is definitely one of those things you get bombarded with it. And I think that. I was about to start saying when I first mentioned the Peloton that I had this guy immediately start messaging me about my weight goals, and I needed to make strict weight goals with it. And, honestly, like cardio wasn't going to help me lose the weight and da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, dude, did I even say I was trying to lose weight?
Exactly.
Like I never said to you once that I got the Peloton to lose weight.
Exactly.
I got it to get in shape. I got it to help with my breathing. I got it to help me with mobility. I got it to mean that like, I'm still mobile at 102 like my grandma was. Right. I mean, literally, she was 102 and she was still walking around. Like, that's not normal. That's amazing. I want to be her. And like the guy was like shocked when I like told him like I really didn't give a shit about that. Mm-hmm. And he like literally like stopped talking to me, messaging. Deleted me on the app. I was like, yeah, honey, that's not what I'm doing.
Right.
I'm happy with me. So yeah, I think it's definitely not something that's talked about.
Right.
And that's why I had you on the show, because what I'm doing with this is we're going to talk about shit that people don't talk about that I think is important. And This is one of those, because I was the girl sticking my finger down my throat. I was the girl who thought my entire worth was literally just based on being the skinniest girl.
Yeah.
And yes, I was in an industry where everything is focused on weight. And yes, now I've had photographers and other people refer to me as plus size. Like literally people have come up to me and been like, well, you're plus size now. And I'm like, cool, I'm actually called normal. But thanks.
I'm a human being.
I'm a human. Glad to know I'm plus size now.
Right.
And yes, I was in that industry, but that image of myself started when I was in preschool on a seesaw. Like, that's where it started. And I look at, we do that to children. Like, we already put their worth, at that. As a mom, like, I love going to your house because, like, yes, you do fitness, but, like, I've never seen you mention it with your daughter. Like, I go over and you're making an ice cream sundae with her.
That's true.
And, like, yeah, literally.
We were making milkshakes.
Yes.
Yeah. We celebrate exercise in our family as an opportunity for, kind of self-care.
Yeah.
And, it's certainly a hobby of mine. I would say bordering to the, like, it's my favorite thing to do. But it also includes, like, eating ice cream.
Yes.
And it includes all of the things that are part of life. We're not skipping birthday cake.
No.
We're not forcing certain foods. We're not talking about size in those ways. If we talk about our bodies at home, I work really hard to talk about like what we feel powerful about in our bodies. So my daughter did say to somebody one day, they were like, wow, you are so strong. And she was like, I am strong. I'm strong like my mom.
Oh, I love it.
That's very
That's
sweet.
epic.
Then the woman walked away and she also said, what did that old lady want? So like the beautiful moment was destroyed.
But I kind of love it.
It was cute.
It's very much your daughter. I kind of adore her. But like one of my favorite little videos is you were during quarantine and all you were doing like pull-ups on like a tree branch or something, and she's like helping you. It's like literally the cutest little video I've ever seen because she's helping mom. She is helping you work out, and she is so showing how strong she is, and she is insanely adorable.
Yeah, she's super cute.
But I love how, you definitely keep it sort of that healthy, it's not all about, eliminating things. And I see so many times where, parents are putting their kids on diets already, and parents are putting that pressure, and, that is, really sad. So I love to see how you're, even though this is your business, you're going about it in a different way, and like not forcing those strict body image ideas onto your daughter.
Right.
You're about to have a second daughter. So, this is an ongoing issue. But no, I love that. And I think that's one of the big things is, it's about health, not about, what weight you are on the scale. And that we shouldn't put our worth into that.
Exactly.
So yeah, I love that. And that's why I really wanted you on the show, because I literally read the stuff you post and I'm like, oh, yes, girl. Yes. This is what I'm all about.
That is the whole goal. I want people to go, oh, this is what we should be talking
right.
about.
And again, I don't like fitness stuff. Like that ain't me. Again, I think you should only sweat for sex and tanning, but like, okay, cool. I need to work out so I can move like my grandma did at 102. I want to be that 95-year-old taking pole dancing. Like, that's epic. I want to be my grandma.
Yeah.
She was super cool. But that means I do have to work out now, and I do have to sweat, which I don't like. But whatever.
You glisten, so it's
right?
fine.
Exactly.
I'm sure there are sparkles in your
right?
sweat.
I glisten. I don't sweat. That's what it is. Well, and everyone does tease me because I literally post selfies after doing the Peloton with sweat dripping down my face, but I'm in full makeup and all my jewelry because I forget you're supposed to take it off. Why would I do that shit? That would be weird.
Yeah.
That's not me. Thank you so much, Betsy, for coming on and talking with me and drinking your pink glittery water with
delicious.
me. Pink glittery water, it's all the rage. And I'll drink my gin, Almost, I think I am done with it. Oh, crap. Oh. Thank you so much for being on and talking about these issues that, we should talk more about.
Yeah, thank you, Kara. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, you guys, for watching. Bye.